Okay, so this is just a little tutorial to help you with the lab here that you're doing this week. Mostly it's to help you through generating what's called a profile. So we talked about topographic profiles back when we were looking at maps and topographic maps. It's just a side view. But what we're trying to get to here in the lab is that you can look at the shape and size of volcanoes and make some estimate about its composition. So we're trying to associate what the material is that created the volcano. Is it felsic? Is it mafic? Is it intermediate? Because if you recall from your lecture that the mafic material is going to be much more fluid and form more broad and flat volcanoes. And as we increase the silica content and we go from intermediate to felsic, they tend to be steeper. And so we can make some kind of judgment call about the type of volcano and its composition, kind of just based on its shape, how steep it is, how big it is. So that's what we're going to do in parts of the lab. But if you'll see here that the first part is just looking at this kind of overall review of different volcano types and some of their properties. So it's just going to ask you some questions regarding that chart. So you just refer back to that chart. Shouldn't be too complicated. And then it's actually going to ask you to generate some of these profiles. And so this is kind of what it would look like when it's been generated. And so it's going to have the map itself, but at the bottom here, it's going to have a side view or a profile. And then based on this, we're going to try and interpret what type of volcano it is. And so here it kind of explains how to do it. I'm just going to show you that here in this little tutorial. And so when you get down to here, it's asking you to go to, in particular, Mount Adams, and then generate a profile, answer some questions about it, and then choose which one is the accurate profile for Mount Adams. And so when you download the KMZ file, you should get into something like this and see that you have the Volcano Lab, and the folder can be expanded, and then the locations can be expanded. And so for this particular example, we're going to go to Mount Adams. So if we double click that, it'll fly us to that location. And as we zoom in here on Mount Adams, I've added some A and B lines. And basically this is where I want the profile to run through. Okay, so we're going to start it at A, end it at B. And in order to do that, we're going to choose the ruler tool here. We can move it aside. We're going to choose path. And this little box that says show elevation profile needs to be checked. And then I can come over here and click. It'll put a blue dot. And then I'm going to click again on B. And voila, we have a topographic profile across Mount Adams that looks like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go back and do that again. I'm sorry. Click here and click here. And voila, that's what we have here. And so what I want you to do from this point is I want you to save this also. So if you read through in the question, if I jump back to the question really fast, you can see that it says save a screenshot and upload it at the end of the lab. So I'm going to have you screenshot 4 of these. And so what I'd like for the screenshot is this image here. So the profile and the map view. So just, either click the take a picture thing or just take a screenshot, save it. And for part of the lab points, you're going to upload the 4 locations that I asked you to save. But once you generate this, then you can, of course, answer the question about which profile this is. And that's going to be the same for all the others. So if we come down here, you can see that you're going to do another profile for Sunset Crater. You're going to save that screenshot. You're going to do a third one. And you're going to save that screenshot of Crater Lake. And then a 4th one is this Sierra Negra. Okay, and so those are the 4 things that you want to upload at the end. And then, of course, it's asking you a few more questions about other locations. You don't have to save these. We're just drawing profiles and then trying to determine which profile accurately matches that location. And then, of course, from there, we're trying to interpret the type of volcano. So that's what the second part of the lab is focused on, is drawing profiles, using the shape and size of that to interpret which volcano it is, and then potentially what type of volcano it is. And so here at the end, you can see that once you get to question 40, you can just submit. It'll correct your answers, or at least show you which ones are correct. Once again, you can repeat that multiple times to get the best score. And then the second part of the lab will then allow you to upload those 4 screenshots that you did, and then you'll get points just for uploading those. So that's kind of how it's going to work in the lab this week. So first part is just the chart. There's a couple questions about plate tectonics, and then you'll use the KMZ file to generate those profiles, save a few, interpret a few, answer some questions. And so that's how the game is going to be played this week. Alrighty, so any questions or confusion, comments, things you need help with, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I will get back to you as soon as I can.